Hey guys, welcome to the show. This is the Stone Genius. So this is a special episode. This is a pregame for Stanley Cup final. Talking Tampa Bay Sports with Ro. I am Ro. I'm the Stone Genius. Welcome to the show. So originally I was going to do a prior to game 4 chat with a coworker of mine who is a Rangers fan. I don't know why. Alec does not have a New York accent, so I'm not sure he would be from the region. So I'm not sure why Alec is such a Rangers fan. So this is why Alec is not currently on the show. When we were texting back and forth about whether he would want to be on the show, and he was all for it. But this was the last exchange that led to Alec not being here. This is the text. So here, I'll give the one before it too. So he says, Alex says, it would be fun to capture a fresh reaction from both of us. Because I said, well, maybe I should do a show, the pregame, and then we'll do an after game 4 show. And I said, fun, that is a word. Fun, period, that is a word. Things with me generally aren't fun. Then Alec texted, I genuinely am glad, though, that both teams are finding success and doing well when they play to their strengths. It just makes for better hockey. My response was, statements like that will get you uninvited from being a guest on my show. Hockey is only good when the Lightning is curb stomping their opponents. And then I think I put in my opinion, but that is not my opinion. I do believe the state of hockey is better when the Lightning are trashing everyone. That being said, game 4. So here's the problem with the Rangers. They don't have any tough guys, which is really weird from New York. That you would think that if you watch the Islanders, that is what you would expect a New York team to be. Not the Rangers. The Rangers are more of a not New York City. I don't think there's any everyday New Yorker that's like, I'm a Rangers fan. I just don't see it. So here's the thing. Talking about them not having any they have a tough guy. Ryan Reeves. However, he's a piss-poor hockey player, so he's never on the fucking ice. Unless they get a big lead because he's a line 4 or a healthy scratch. So, and they can't healthy scratch him because no one else on the Rangers will fight. So here's all you need to know. Calfoot. Look up Calfoot's picture. Because Calfoot is someone you would let babysit your kids. Calfoot is someone that you'd look at and go, okay, like Calfoot, I have a 25-year-old daughter. If you want to meet my 25-year-old daughter, she's 5'11", she's beautiful. I'll see if I can work something out. What I'm saying is Calfoot would probably be, from visual appearances, and he is tall, I think 6'4" or 6'5", from visual appearances would not appear to be a threatening menace. However, the Rangers found 2 of them in headlocks, and there's Cal just fucking skating around with these 2 fucking Rangers in headlocks, and they can't do anything. And it's funny because there are people that, just like the Avalanche didn't have anyone that could fight Evander Kane when he took out Kadri, who, if someone's going to be taken out, that little fucker should have been taken out. And I'm not saying that someone needs to be hurt, but if someone's going to be hurt, someone got in trouble for calling it karma. Well, that guy's just a fucker anyway. So it's not karma. You're a shithead, and people are going to try to take you out. I'm sorry, but that's how that works. So you can call it karma. You can call it whatever you want. I hope Kadri's not in the fucking playoffs the rest of the time. And you knew, and it's funny that he got taken out by someone else, because usually it's Kadri taking himself out by doing some stupid shit-ass play, because that guy has nothing between his fucking ears. What a stupid-ass fucking player that guy is. So this is the terminology why I thought Alex may not want to be on the show. Because, like, I was going to talk about Gallant. Gallant was in the coach of, I think that's his name, the coach of the Rangers. He was moaning that the Lightning were taking too many shots at Shesterkin. Well, here's the problem. You don't have anyone that can protect your goalie. There is not... If you look at every scrum, as soon as the Rangers figure out who they're matched up with, they won't fight. There is not a single person on the Rangers that will fight, except Reeves, which I've already pointed out, he's such a shitty hockey player, he's not going to be in the game anyway. And he won't fight Maroon either. He likes to talk shit to Maroon, but he knows that Maroon would drop him. And I don't even think it would be close. I don't. I know that Ryan Reeves likes to think that he's tough shit and everything, but he's not. I would take him on. If I saw him on the street and he wanted to go, I would go with him. I wonder how he is not on skates. I bet he's not very good because he's going to try to grapple a lot and everything. He seems like the type that would go immediately for my junk. And maybe not in a violent way, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. So anyway, Gallant was, ew, they're touching my goalie. Well, you know what? Your goalie's a fucking pussy. And if you don't believe that, look at Game 3 on the second goal of the Lightning. You would have thought that his reaction of letting that goal go through. I feel bad. I really don't think that the Rangers have a chance. And I don't care. So here's the other thing. First of all, if you all are listeners and listen to when this show was originally just about Tampa Bay Sports, you will know that I am fine. Even at the beginning of the season, we won 2 fucking Stanley Cups in a row. Okay? So I'm okay. I know that we're not going to win every Stanley Cup from now to the end of time. So we're eventually going to have to lose. And I'm okay with that. I just think that it would be a much better final. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it probably would be a good final with the Rangers and the Avalanche because there would be no fighting. So that would be really good. You wouldn't have people going to the box for roughing because you have 2 pussy teams that won't fight either other. So that may work out the best. Anyway, my thought for tonight, 4-1 Lightning. I think that the Rangers are going to try to fight, and then they're going to find out very quickly. Like, Trouba thought he could fuck around last game and put them in so much trouble that they lost. So that's awesome. And sometimes you try to do something. What you have to remember is do your fucking job. Game 1. 9 days off. Ryan McDonough did not do his job on the first goal. He tried to lay a big hit on someone from behind at the red line and then fucking gave up that goal. So just do what you're supposed to do. And I have a feeling that the Rangers will not do that tonight. I have the feeling, because remember, the Rangers were up 2-0. They have now given up 3 straight goals, including a game with 42 seconds left. So the Rangers, no matter how they can say it's one game, it doesn't fucking matter. Like the first game of the series, everyone made a big deal about. Who gives a shit? Wasn't it 5-0 game 1 against Toronto? You know what? We'll be fine. If we lose this series, I'm fine. I'm just sick of these whiny little bitches from New York saying, oh, they're touching our goalie. Well, you know what? Then be like a real hockey team. Find some players that can actually protect other players. Have someone that can protect the important people on your team. You know what? Find yourself a Maroon. I mean, Colton goes after everyone. Ross Colton goes after everyone. You guys don't have anyone that would go after anyone. You disgust me. Literally, the Rangers disgust me as a hockey team right now. They're fine offensively. But if you want to talk a total package, until you get someone that will take care of your goalie, because after that, now that we know that Shesterkin and the coach are fucking incensed about, ew, the Lightning are touching him. They're going after loose pucks around him. You know what? If I was the Lightning, I would fucking just do everything I can. I would do everything I can to touch that goalie. And if that means putting him in the back of the net 1 or 2 times on a breakaway where you blow a tire, so be it. Fuck him. Yeah, and that's not very sportsman. I don't give a shit. If a penalty's not called, guess what? It's not a fucking penalty. That's how this works in sports. So I am worked up. And I don't know, win or lose, I probably won't be able to do a show after this. Now, I will tell you, I am a much more graceful loser than I am winner. Because I do understand. I can say, oh, they played well, they did this, they did that. But I will also talk the shit out of you. And I just don't see, without being able to fight, without being able to protect Shesterkin, I don't know what they're going to do. Because they don't. And some people, if someone from New York and there's a Rangers fan listening to this and wants to say I'm wrong, you're not. You're not being objective. You don't have anyone that will fight except Reeves. And if Reeves is on the ice when Maroon is, he's not going to fight Maroon. And if he does, he gets put on the ground. I'm sorry. You guys think that you have a good team. You have some very talented players. You are very much Edmonton. Congratulations on having guys that can skate and score. And you do have a goalie who has played very well this year. He's the only one, because Vasilevsky should have won 3 straight Vezinas. I mean, how does Marc-Andre fucking Fleury win it last year? So anyway, he should have won 3 straight. And I'm not saying Shesterkin shouldn't win it this year. He had great stats, but he's going to fall apart here. He doesn't know what it's like to be on a big stage. He's not the best goalie in the world, and he doesn't have anyone on his fucking team that will protect him. If I was him, I would be pissed. I would be like, there has to be some fucker on here that will protect me from the Lightning. But guess what? That's the answer he gets. Yeah. So, fuck New York. Fuck the Rangers. I hope you guys lose 15-0 tonight. I do. I am so appalled at your team. What a piss-poor hockey team you all have. I mean, it just disgusts me when I watch your team and no one will fight. Because you guys can't really do much of anything. If the Lightning are pressuring you and really going after you, there's not shit you can do. I'm just trying to decide if this is too angry to put out. But it's not. This is how I am. And here's the thing, too. People are like, oh, well, you can say that because you're on a podcast. You're not. I would tell Alec this to his face. I would tell any Rangers fan this to their face. And if they go, well, I'm going to kick your ass for saying that. Well, then you've just proved my point that I was right. Because if I'm not right, you wouldn't be getting upset about this. That Shesterkin needs some help. Because he has a bunch full of non-combative people in front of him. And that's not what you want. It is funny. And I'm not lying. If you're not used to watching hockey, watch this. And watch when a scrum happens. As soon as they look over their shoulder, the Rangers, and see who they're matched up with, they stop. Yeah. It's fun. And if I was the Lightning, I would go after him even more. If you spend the time in the penalty box a little bit, that's okay. Like I say, you beat someone in submission. And you tell them what to do. Say, open your mouth. Now put it on the curb. Now I'm going to curb stomp your ass. Yes, the good old days, being able to do that. So I believe I originally thought this was going to go 7. I now believe it's going to go 6, and I do believe that the Lightning are going to win. We'll see. I could be wrong, and I don't give a shit if I am wrong or not, because we have 2 Stanley Cups. Oh, that's another thing. For all you fucking Ranger fans, you guys played for 25 years where there were only 5 other teams of the league. The original 6, so 5 plus you. Okay? and you only have one more Stanley Cup than the Lightning have. Just so you know. So the Lightning won the Stanley Cup this year. They have as many Stanley Cups as the original 6. So I think I would stop saying I'm an original 6 team, because that makes you look pretty shitty. If you only had 3 Stanley Cups when there were only 6 teams total, you fucking suck. Okay? Just remember that. So if you're a Rangers fan and you're like, we're great. No, you're not. Okay? We've won 3 Stanley Cups since you won your last one. And that was 28 years ago. Congratulations on Rangers fans for thinking they're all that. God, you guys are pathetic. I mean that in the nicest possible sense of the word pathetic. Like, I actually feel bad for you. Like, I feel like you should... Like, I have multiple Lightning sweaters. I feel like I should allow people to wear those so that they could go, this is what it feels like to root for a champion. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Alec, I don't think is old enough to know the last time that the Rangers won a Stanley Cup. So there's 0 for his lifespan. But yet the Lightning have won 3. And actually, you could be 3 years old and they would still have won 2. I guess you could be 2 years old and they would have won 2. Anyway. We'll see. We'll see how my demeanor, especially if the Lightning lose tonight, especially if they lose 15-0, how my attitude will be. It will probably be the same. You'll probably be very surprised at we could lose big and I would still trash talk. Because just because we lose a game doesn't mean... It means they found a way to win. So congratulations for them. Finding a way to win without supporting your goalie, without protecting your goalie, and without having a spine. If that's the way you want to win hockey, that's fine. I have a feeling, though, this may be it for the Rangers this year. That they're going to fall off precipitously. And you may go, why do you say? I don't know. I just have this feeling. Last year was weird, but I would say that they're going to be Montreal next year. Now, Montreal went much further than what people thought they were last year. And a lot of people are trying to say, oh, well, I expected the Rangers to be here. No, you didn't. Everyone says that they're years ahead of schedule. But I think they're going to fall off the face of the planet next year. I do not think that the Rangers will be one of the top teams. And that's from watching them in this series. Unless they make drastic changes, they're going to have to get the... I just don't see it. It's not a good mix, what they have. Because, once again, they can't protect any important players they have. Fucking I would go out there and chop Zibanejad's hair off. Jiminy crack horn. And who's going to stop him? No one. I mean, I could see Maroon out there skating around with scissors trying to cut his hair off, and no one would do anything for the Rangers. They would look at Reeves and be like, Reeves, I'm not in the game. Sitting over there eating a hot dog and, I don't know, whatever that fat fuck does on the end of the bench, that's what he's going to be doing. Anyway, 20 minutes, talking Tampa Bay sports. See, this is why I couldn't do this show every day, because I am so worked up. I'm so disgusted by other fans for other teams that think that they have good teams, think they have good hometowns, think many different things, and they're wrong. And I try to tell them that. Like the thing about New York, even if New York wins the Stanley Cup, remember you're still New York Rangers fans. That's not impressive. Never once has someone said, ooh, Rangers fan. There's a reason that Wayne Gretzky's career went there to die. Okay, that was it. We'll see how a post-Game 4 podcast goes. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a thing called karma. I talk about karma with Kadri. Maybe there'll be karma and the Lightning will lose 15-0 tonight. And go back to New York with their tail between their legs in an elimination game. That could very well happen. We'll see. Anyway, till tomorrow, after the game. Talk to y'all later. Bye.